Hello friends, I am Modhendra Yadav. Friends, as you know that I am reading this book, Strategic Conundrums, Reshaping India's Foreign Policy, written by Rajiv Shikri. Rajiv Shikri, the India's uh, he had a diplomatic career of over 36 years in the Indian Foreign Service. He retired in 2006 as a secretary in Ministry of External Affairs. Mr. S. Jaishankar is a junior of Mr. Shikri. He wrote the book. I completed this book completely. Uh, it is really enlightening if you read completely, go through this book. You will get a lot of knowledge where India is moving, what is our foreign policy objectives, what is way forward, what we have done wrong since our independence. He is also wrote in the book some historical points as well. So this is book is very mesmerizing, and you know he's a no doubt about that. He's expert, uh, as you know that Mr. Jaishankar is also with the same legacy. What Mr. Jaishankar is saying, doing, moving ahead, advising Prime Minister, and he's everything written how the decision is being are made into the cabinet uh, chief, the Prime Minister, and various other how decision making are formed based on his, uh, our futuristic approach where India should move and various. I have great respect and regard to this Mr. Sikriji. Uh, Throughout the book reading, I I know every incident, no doubt about that. But he arranged all the systematically, because I have gone through various you know, uh, books, even history and everything. I know that he wrote everything in a systematic manner, and because of he legitimatized actually my knowledge, because he is the policymaker. Whatever they are saying is exactly what the government does because they are the advisor. So their voice have legitimacy. So that's why this book is very important. Those who wants to read it, who want to get the something about our foreign policy, want to know the what is India and where we are moving, what problem we have faced, what difficulties, what wrong we have done. Everything is pointed out, and I do admit that uh, never I disagree with the arguments he put forth in this book. So mm, I want to say thank you for writing this book. I will read. I have many books as well, Mr. Jaishankar, India Way, and other books. Why does India matter? So I have also read that book as well, written by Mr. Jaishankar. But this book is actually India's foreign policy, defines India's foreign policy completely. Every bit they touches every area. he touched, no doubt. If you want to uh, get the real, uh, you know, theme of India's foreign policy, you can read it. Everything is as written in this book. So, on based on that knowledge and my experience, I would also want to share with you that the two component is very important: economic ground and defense. Since our nuclear test 1998 and the economic reform liberalization program, these two components actually changed the country's uh, you know track to a progressive one. Before that, India was not uh, being considered as uh, a serious player. India has had no real uh, significance before that. People do attach some sort of uh, we, people praise about the non-alignment movement and Mr. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has done so many wrong. He was not a good leader. I am sorry to say this, but he does many flaws uh, in his policy. He didn't manage well. But yes, his legacy only can be remembered in the form of non-alignment. But he was not a strategist, arrogant person, and you know he was thinking himself superior than the other colleagues in his cabinet. He was making his own decision with his own intuition, not listening others' advice. That was also a problem. Was adamant behavior kind of something. These were the problem since this problem was throughout the Congress rule. But uh, economic meltdown 90s 91 and subsequent reform actually made one thing and nuclear test, and India got the impetus at the global stage, and its foreign policy started. People means the countries started looking India seriously after the 2000. Before that, India was not being considered as a serious player. So, because of India has nothing to offer to the world, it was no weight, no gravity at the international stage. Political disturbance and non-alignment actually cut off India from rest of the world. So, if the Russia would not have helped the India, India would not have moved into uh, its kind of um, defense. But Russia does something for India. But India's policy was not good. Non-alignment was not productive for India. That's why Mr. Jaishankar took the another step and he changed the landscape of India's foreign policy. Multi-alignment he is using, multi-vector, multi-alignment. That's the new idea and strategic autonomy. These two components is going to drive the India's future ahead. And India has uh, three three important friend. I would say that Russia, and second one is the France. France also wants strategic autonomy, and third one anyone can be. You can these two nations actually, which helps India as a friend, as a friend. Rest all the peoples look towards India with their respective interest, just like United States is right now the India's partner. Yes, India partnership with US is productive, and uh, we will see it. What kind of uh, you know things will unfold? What we will get from the US? What US will get after this relationship? These are the things we will see it. But these two nations, Russia and France, if you look at the entire Europe is, by nature is exploitative. The Western nations is they designed their own system after Second World War. The system was actually they created was exploitative. They exploited uh, the vulnerabilities of these nations because of uh, they were poor. Poor means all the dimensions. They were poor technologically, even economy, poverty ridden. Because exploitations they had suffered during the colonial period. So the developing nation, third world nations had nothing to offer them. So they created the system, exploitative system, tilted towards their benefit. And right now, if these nations too, and Mr. China and India is coming up and balancing the Western countries through the BRICS and Shanghai Cooperation kind of little bit, they are balancing it with the West. So right now, West is annoyed. They are creating obstructions in the reforms. All the systems, the Western countries is restricting it not to change because of their you know uh, policies is will shift towards the balancing something that will not benefit, and accordingly their power shed will go down, influence will go down. So that's why they are preventing every domain of economy, global governance, even reforms. They are also obstructing. Yes, they are saying that yes, there should be full reform, etc., etc. But in real need, they don't want reforms in UN system. They are the obstructive. China also does obstruction because of China, because of India. Both are the rival nations in Asia. So we will see it, uh, but everything is. have these described in this book. If you want to read it, you will get a lot of knowledge, and everything is well deserving book. You must have to read it. This will open up actually uh, your eyes. The Western nations, how they created system, they exploited nations after colonization process. Uh, Countries around the world who got independence after 47 was also subject to exploitation by the Western nations by institutional measures, mechanism. They obstruct the WTO reform, UNSC reform, Security Council, every domain they uh, register reforms. Okay, so yes, voices are being raised, but only two and three voices are coming out. India and China, but China is being labeled as authoritarian regime and uh, debt trap diplomacy kind of because of people want to tarnish the image of China, show that the nations of developing nations must have to aware the Chinese policy. These are the I would say that uh, to tarnish the image of China, authoritarian, exploiter, neo-colonialism जो है, and debt trap, you know, these are the words prefix being added to China's name to malign the Chinese image. These are the propaganda machine. Yes, something is right. China are exploiting, is bullying nations, not observing the international laws of the sea. So China is also not too good. They are saying right thing about the Chinese behavior. So let's see. These are the things I do share with you. Uh, all the things is written in this book. So thank you very much, my friends. I share a little bit with you. I shared it to you, but to full-fledged, get the actually sense of the book, you will get it after reading it. So thank you very much. This is very enlightening book. That's why I'm advocating it. Okay, I got so much knowledge. Just I dedicated the number of hour 7 into 8, 80, 56 or 60 hour. I gave it to read the book. Just 60 hours you will 60 hours, 2 and 3 days you can read this book. Okay, you will get reformed, transformed after reading this book. So thank you very much. This is not the advertisement by me. Okay, it is. I do feel that it's my duty to tell my viewers and my citizens as well. It is my civic duty to tell them about the book. Thank you, my friends.